You see the character on the screen. I'm here with Frogger once again. Say what's up.
Hello.
Last time we made a video, Elphelt was including the characters that were considered too weak by Arxis. So with Zato, obviously her, Testament, Pot, Axel, Johnny. I believe those were the characters. I might be forgetting one, but yeah. I mean, to be honest, the changes that she got back then, they helped in like combo consistency. From what I remember, I believe it was like the far slash dash momentum and like less pushback and all that stuff. But she kind of stayed lower on the tier list throughout that season, or I guess patch season. And now we're here in season 4, and she's one of the most talked about characters. She actually didn't get a lot of changes. She kind of got the Johnny effect of when he got like giga buffed. There was only like a couple of changes that actually like did it and made him like shoot up the tier list. And so, yeah, I'm kind of curious. Obviously, I'm curious about your thoughts. That's why you're here. Before we get into the specific patch notes, what did you want for Elphelt, and did those changes happen, or was this something you were totally like not expecting?
Obviously, there was a lot of stuff that I wanted. I wanted like a better 2S, or like a 2H, or like just normal buttons in general to have slight improvements. But one change that I actually asked for a lot did come true, and it was the Bumnanire, or her command grab, getting changed into a hit grab. And you can hit it on people and hit stun and stuff.
Yeah.
And which is really cool. And it actually gives a purpose to doing that. You can actually Kara into it on Rekka and actually not just waste 50%.
Yeah.
And buffs to her Ender.
Yeah.
I didn't know what specifically, but something. And we did actually, like, people in the Elphelt Discord suggested hard knockdown, but we didn't think it was going to happen because, like, that's kind of really strong. But it did happen.
Yeah.
So, and also wall bounce. That's also really cool.
Yeah. What was wrong with the Ender before that wanted you guys to get it buffed?
Well, two problems really. Mid screen, if you used it, it would send the opponent so far away and it wouldn't be very plus. So you got basically nothing off of it. So you had to do other things so you could actually keep Oki. And in the corner, it was the same problem of it not being plus enough. So you didn't get true Oki. It was like punishable by reversals and stuff. But this fixes that.
Gotcha. I know that you mentioned the bomb, or not the bomb, like the, well, I guess the bomb to the chest move, the bomb,
The
whatever.
command
Yeah, the hit grab now. It's something, obviously, from fighting you. It seems interesting. I'm not going to use the word broken, but it's pretty ignorant, I will not lie. It's, obviously, you get the hard knockdown through the wall, and then you can set up, like, the Rekka, or, you know, you can do, like, the cross-up with, like, the bomb. So, I'm curious, do you think it is... like, in value, how much do you think it shot up? Because I know before you said it was kind of whatever, kind of niche. But
it was niche. I personally like to use it. I'm sad that it lost its like actual like command grab
yeah,
art. But in terms of increase in value, like a ton, like times 10. It went from very niche and like punishing to ever try and use it to like insanely good.
okay. And I see a lot of people play Elphelt now. Obviously, I mean, I think it's because she's definitely stronger. I've seen some fellows that I've never heard of before rise from the woodworks. I'm not gonna ask you for her strength because I do believe it's too early. But would you consider her, out of all the characters so far, one of the biggest winners of the patch, or do you think that maybe the hype is a little too loud right now and that it's
In terms of like everyone's changes, I think she's definitely one. Like she didn't get nerfs, so that's like obviously good. And she also did get pretty big changes. So I'd say like patch winners, she's definitely one of the biggest. I think she's like, I don't know, third maybe.
in terms of most buff, not on the tier list. Let's,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
people
yeah,
take that
yeah,
out of context. People, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Yeah, of course. And I think oh gosh, so the Rekka can now be dash canceled. I believe that's so you can go into bomb, correct?
Hang on. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Or any ever other specials. But, you know, like this or this are like kind of pointless. So it's really just and of course you can do that if you want for some reason.
Yeah. How big do you think this is to our offense?
It's not like crazy. It's a really cool change. It's not crazy big though. It's not like gonna be in any way broken. It doesn't. When we first got our hands on it, we thought maybe we could use it to play against DP characters,
Yeah.
but doing it doesn't dodge any of the DPs, sadly. So it's cool. It can be a way to open people up.
Yeah.
But
of course.
with like how it's like a risk to get into Rekka, and then you're taking another risk doing the bomb, is kind of like not as good because of that. You can also do BRC stuff, so that's cool.
Oh, I see. Okay. Obviously, I think the biggest change that she got was the change in Wild Assault. So she was one of two characters, obviously the other being Potemkin, to get a change to their Wild Assault. Talk to me about how much this reworks her game plan, maybe, or just how big it is for her offense and conversions. Because I know that she does struggle with conversions at times.
Beforehand, she used Blue Wild Assault as like just a way to frame trap, really. And not much has changed with this one, but she got a few extra things with it. Like, she's one of the characters that can, if you stop blocking for a second, she can convert off her lows into Wild Assault.
Gotcha.
As well as obviously doing like, far slash Wild Assault.
Yeah,
I'm kind of iffy on it, because I like Blue Wild Assault a lot, but I think it's overall better.
Yeah, I think the so I mean, obviously there's flaws with Blue Wild Assault, especially just because it's slower, and obviously it's not as, you can't use as much in combos, obviously, because again it's slower, and Red being faster and whatnot, it gives her an option. I'm gonna guess from 5H Red Wild Assault, it's pretty much gapless, and then you can go straight into you can go into Rekka's, which is obviously something she couldn't do before. I mean, once she made you block the Blue Wild Assault, I know she could, but now it's more consistent.
It's not gapless because it's just a level 4, so you can backdash. Like if you block Wild Assault and I go into Rekka, you can backdash. Oops, that. Like that. Well, you get what I mean.
Yeah. Do you think that overall this new version of Elphelt benefits your playstyle, or do you think it's something that actually steered away from your playstyle?
I think it's fine. I think it takes away a lot of the extra steps needed that she needed to do. Like the hard knockdown is a big example. But I think it's still fine. It doesn't really hurt the way I play.
Okay. But do you think it took away expression at all? Now that she's like kind of more baby-ish?
I think there's less of a reason to. Like, just why do something fancy when you can just go for the hard knockdown? But you can still do it, so it's not like it's gone.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think her getting a new Wild Assault is something that, again, no one... Dude, I don't think anyone was expecting Wild Assault to get changed like this in general. It's kind of crazy. I know Paw obviously got a whole rework, but, she didn't really get a rework. She kind of just got better. Overall, let me ask you about just the patch in general. So, I guess this is less about Elphelt, but what are your thoughts on Season 4? Like, in terms of, it seems, a lot of the talk is, it seems like they had the right ideas, but it was just poorly executed. So, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on Elphelt.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I like their thought process, and, like, the way they want to go is, like, less damage and less annoying stuff. But yeah, mainly those two. Less annoying stuff and less damage.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. It seems like they wanted to tone down the damage, but it actually like backfired. They had the right ideas. It just didn't really make sense when it came down to actually implementing it in the game. One of the other things, I guess, about Elphelt is, I forgot where I saw it, but I remember someone asked you for, again, I'm not going to ask you for like the exact strength of the character, but I remember someone did ask you for the strength of the character. I believe that's the same person asked a couple other Elphelts as well. And you said your answer, but one of the answers that was said, I'm not sure if it was by you or someone else, but they said that she's strong, but it's just overhyped right now. Like, meaning, like, people are new to the character. Obviously, there's more options once people, like, hit the lab and see the specific options their character has. So, do you think, and again, I'm not asking for your exact strength, but do you think it's a little overhyped, or do you think they're wrong and, like, there's potential this character could be crazy? Because there definitely is talk about this character being some, like, complete bullshit right now.
I think a lot of people talking about how good she is they don't fully understand her and like what holds her back. I think that she definitely has a lot more potential now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's kind of like a honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
I don't think many people are gonna like stick with her.
Yeah, that we'll have to see. She's definitely strong. When I hear opinions about Elphelt, I mean, people think this character is like, they're talking about her like she's like Slayer from last patch, which is one change that I guess a system mechanic that got changed. So something that affected everyone, I guess, is the 6P change. And I know that before the video you mentioned that Elphelt is very weak to 6P, or not. I'm not sure if you said very weak or kind of weak, but overall she's just weak to 6Ps, or I guess weaker than most characters to 6Ps. So now that 6Ps obviously have less active frames, or the ones that had higher active frames have less active frames, and the ones that were very safe on block are more negative on block, and obviously the ones that had no recovery like Zato's are now,
high.
Yeah, now in line with the other characters at like around the 20-ish plus frame recoveries. How much do you think this helps Elphelt? Because, like you said,
well, obviously her 6P got more active and like only I think 2 more recovery.
Yeah.
So she wasn't really affected by it, but obviously everyone else is getting worse. Is just good for her. There's not much else to say about it.
Yeah. 6P is getting nerfed. It hurt. I remember, I will not say the Elphelt's player's name, but they're probably going to watch this video. I fought them, and I only pressed 6P, and it was, they had some words. Yeah, do you think, so overall, do you think that, you kind of mentioned that, I mean, the buffs are just good, so like, I mean, it kind of just adds to every Elphelt, because it's not crazy. So you don't believe she's like reworked or totally, it's not like learning a new character in any way, right? It's just like, it's kind of just adding to what was already going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that maybe she can be considered the best offensive character in the game? Or at least among the, like, I guess that top tier of offensive characters in the game?
I think that's definitely true as long as you're not fighting a DP character. If you're not fighting a DP character, then definitely she's one of the best in that class.
Okay, fair enough. DP just because it's pretty obvious to guess, right? I mean, but I feel like, does the hard knockdown change on the final hit of the Rekka ender not make her a little more consistent for his DPs?
It does help, but the main reason is because of when you do Rekka, her high has a gap in it, and there's an OS that you can do that just invalidates that entire area.
Okay, got you. Okay, well, I'll let the fellas go ahead and lab that. But dude, one of the changes we completely forgot, the bomb.
Yes.
Like dude, they're all bombs.
Bomb chocolate.
Yes, that one. Talk to me a little about this one, because I remember asking you before the patch. The pickup was a little finicky. I know that it was, sometimes you could get like a JK or something, or like, it'd be very rare they could actually get like a 2K or something along those lines, but it seems like now it's a lot more consistent.
I am very happy with this change, because before the patch, there were 2 problems. When you had like a running momentum cross up, all you could do is just get JS, and that's it. That's all you got. But now she can do this.
Yeah.
Which is obviously way better. And it's actually before the launch change that ruined her reward on like that situation. She could get JS, JD, 2K bridal, but now she gets close slash, which is much better.
Yeah.
So it's even better than before. And also the other issue was when she did a setup, they gave her like the extra plus frames.
Yeah.
Beforehand, like the reason you do that is so if they block it, you can get a gapless 2K.
Yeah.
But beforehand, the 2K would whiff.
Gotcha.
If they didn't block it and they got hit by it, which defeats it makes it very, they counteract each other.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if you do it, she can whiff it and get close slash.
Gotcha.
So it keeps them up in the air long enough for you to recover.
Okay, so it was the launch that changed on the move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It launches higher and they float for longer.
Okay. Damn, so they really just buffed fucking everything. Holy shit. I see. Okay.
One more thing is, since it's not just ungrounded, it actually can help a few of her combos. So like if you like get counter hit, close slash, or so like here she does like the JH into close slash, and now she has the option of not doing the JH and just running up and doing close slash because the launch is better.
Okay. One of the other things I wanted to ask you, so two things. So do you think Elphelt, when I think of Elphelt's offense, I kind of imagine it like Geo's Guard Crush Dog from last patch, where if you don't have a DP, it seems like you literally just lose a lot of situations. Do you think it's similar? Like her offense is obviously not the Guard Crush and going in strike throw, but more as like the concept of once she makes you sit and block, especially because she has Orange Wild Assault now, right? So it's easier to go into it. Do you think it's just like, oh, got him, like GGs, or is it there's more like layers and I guess counterplay to it? Because I think
there's definitely more like things, you have more options that you can do. You're not as helpless as like something like Geo enhanced Spiral Arrow stuff.
Yeah.
But I can see like it definitely is like in that same realm of like
it's just good. Like it's just yeah, it's just very strong.
But it's not as bad.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. I think with Elphelt, it's like one of the things with her is like, okay, what I heard everyone say is, okay, if this character gets buffed, they better rework her. Like she better get the Rekka has to change, right? If they want to make her neutral, her combos more consistent, like defense, whatever, any part of her, they have to change the Rekka. And so they kind of just said, no, we'll actually like just buff the Rekka and just like buff everything else. So let me ask you this. Now that they've done this and they've done what everyone has feared, she's now a character that no one ever wanted her to reach, and she's gotten those buffs. So let me ask you this. What is she missing now? What is wrong? Or what are the downsides so far that you've played against? I know it hasn't been too long, and you've had, not too long on the patch, but that you've experienced so far that is wrong with the character that she doesn't have? Outside of, obviously, a DP.
So the main thing would be neutral. She lacks in several ways in neutral. That's definitely her weakest point. And like that's a lot of the reasons why some of her worst matchups are the worst, just because of neutral.
Gotcha. So the downside of the belligerent offense is her neutral still. Okay. Is it I'm gonna guess slower normals? Is that what it is?
The way her buttons are designed, like despite being a rush down, she struggles to rush characters down in neutral and like, get them to actually block.
Of course. Okay. And I guess
on this topic, it's funny because she can't rush down, but she's like one of, if not the best counter zoner in the game. Because of
explain.
So so like this is really good at stopping zoners at doing what they want to do. So she can counter zone.
So does she do well versus like Axel?
And Dizzy and Testament and such.
Okay. It's weird because this is unironically, this is a counter zoner character like you're saying. But the Fireball, like in the Oscar matchup, it's not used at all. It's actually not that good. It's weird. It's actually not that good. Obviously, there's the more belligerent move which you're supposed to be using, which I guess is one of the last things I wanted to ask you. This move, I guess it's a really weird trend with characters that they have really belligerent move, and then the character, like they're like weaker, so no one really talks about it. Like it's talked about a bit, but like they're really like on the lower end of the tier list, and then the character gets buffed. And that belligerent move is still there, and then people are like, oh, dude, why is this move not nerfed? And it's like, well, dude, it's been in the game like the whole fucking time, right?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing people saying that this move is Bridal Express is better than Mappa Hunch. I need to ask. So talk to me about that.
No. Okay. So it's okay. So obviously they're comparable. Bridal isn't as good as Mappa because the way it's structured, the way its speed is,
Mm-hmm.
it's very hard to get the actual plus frames.
Yeah.
And it's also slower, so it's easier to counterpoke. And so like with Mappa, it's very fast and it's a higher attack level too. So it's not as punishing. It's only -2 at worst. And Rydell's -8 at worst. And even if you're not -8, if you're only like -1, you're still in throw range.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's slower. That's the main thing. It's just the way it's structured, it's just not as good.
Yeah.
Mechanically.
Okay. I'll let the people have some fun with that one, but I know that there was an argument the other day, I believe in one of the servers that we're in, where people were like, bro, this move is literally just Mappa Hunch, but better.
No. Trust me, it's not.
But yeah, I guess kind of going back to Elphelt's neutral, like, I understand what you're saying, like, slower normals, I guess what confuses me is ironically, she's one of the fastest characters in this game.
Yeah.
So she's fast, really fast. She does have slower normals, but in exchange for the normals being slower, like the far slash, it goes pretty far, and it has good dash momentum on it as well.
Her far slash is the one normal I can't complain about. It's actually pretty dang solid.
Yeah, I think I'm not saying it's great, because I do think overall her round start is not that great. Like and I think round start is pretty big in this game. For how, especially with Wild Assault being in the game. Yeah. Does Elphelt now get, if she hits you a far slash non-counter, can she break the wall?
On counter
No, non-counter from, like, with Orange Wild Assault from far slash.
Oh, technically yes, but it's weird. So, like, hang on. You have to, like, time it really well.
Okay.
For the wall damage, because, like, wall damage gets...
Gotcha. So it's a little finicky. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Yeah. So you have to, like, perfectly delay the far slash after the close slash.
Gotcha.
And then you can get it. But yeah, it doesn't work on... So, like, if she backwalks and whiff punishes you, she can't get it.
Oh, okay. So okay, gotcha. So it's not really, like, gonna happen because it's just...
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. But yeah, anyway, going back to what's like. So she's one of the fastest characters in the game. She has a pretty far-reaching 2K that I believe will always combo into 2D, unless I'm mistaken. Like, this should always combo into 2D, right?
Yeah, 2K, yes, or 5K, no. It can whiff on that.
Okay, yo. Yeah, I don't ever. I'm not gonna lie. I don't ever see her 5K pressed. I see the 2K. I see the far slash. I know the 2S is, like, sometimes used, but it was pretty weird at getting around some 6Ps, but obviously with 6Ps nerf, I'm gonna guess the move has more meaning now.
Well, the recovery doesn't really affect 2S specifically.
Yeah.
It's more just like she's more rewarded for trying to bait them, so it's not, like, completely hopeless versus them.
Okay. But yeah, she overall, like, yes, like, solid neutral on paper, but I guess the normals, like, slower normals are always just going to hold characters back. I mean, that's just, there's some crazy-ass normals in this game, right? Like Johnny.
Kai, far slash.
Johnny, yeah, Kai, Johnny, right? Ram's normals are slower, but I don't need to get into why those normals are broken. Yeah, no, it's just so great. Dude, I can't believe they gave this character Orange Wild Assault. Oh my gosh, dude. Me next, dude, please. I think the complaint of, like, Orange Wild Assault Rekka I think that will start to grow. It's already been pretty loud, but it's pretty ignorant. And one thing I wanted to ask you, and I'm not sure if more people are curious about this. This is one of the last things I'll ask. Is Deflex Shield good versus Elphelt? Like, do you believe it's good? Because I swear that sometimes I'll Deflex Shield the Rekka, and I still will be blocking the Rekka. So I need
you need to use it right, but it can be useful, yeah. So, like, if you go into if you block the starter, what you want to do is after you block the starter, use Deflex Shield to, like, do an illegal block, and then if it does trigger, you want to block low, because when it pushes her back, she's out of... She can't do the high. Okay. It's too far away, so she can only hit you with the low. So, like, I'll do the high.
I see. Okay, so you have to go into the low. Okay.
Yeah.
Some little counterplay right here. Okay, I see. Yeah, no, this is something that was just confusing me. And lastly, okay, actually, no, okay. Last thing I want to ask, because I actually just figured out, because you told me when we were playing this set the other day, this is how I knew. The bomb super, I believe you said, what's the timer on it? Did that change at all, or is it the same?
It did change. I think it was 3 seconds before, but now it's 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And it also
Triggers on hit.
Yeah, it triggers on specific ones. So like this or this, anything with like a gun or an explosion, any of these, even her throw.
Oh, her throw
will
too?
trigger it. Yes.
Bro, this.
Yes.
Deserved. Okay. Oh man, yeah. No, this character's funny. I know that again. Some I saw like Yada complaining on, or like on the timeline, like, "Yo, this character is stupid." She's giving me season 2 Bridget vibes. I won't lie. But but yeah, no, I believe that's everything. I will put Frogger's Twitter and his Discord on the screen in case you guys want to get in contact with him, ask him some Elphelt questions. I know he's probably the most informative Elphelt right now, probably the best we have right now. So you don't stream, right? You don't stream.
No, I have a Twitch, but I don't really stream. I might in the future though.
Okay, I'll put your Twitch on the screen as well in case one day you decide to, just boot up the stream for some reason. Maybe stream one of your runs. I know that you're playing in tourneys ever so often, so for the people that want to watch you play, what's the next event you're going to, if you're going to an event?
If I'm going to an event, gonna be Frosties probably.
Frosties. There we go. Yeah,
There.
Oh, okay, well there we go. Thank you all for watching, and until next time.